There is a huge fight coming up, and this will take place in the middleweight division of the UFC. It is between Yoel Romero and Robert Whittaker for the interim middleweight championship. Now, the word interim does not mean it is the official middleweight belt. Michael Bisping is the middleweight champion, but interim can be another word which is used for the number one contender's belt, because sometimes you can have the champion face off against another opponent who is not necessarily the number one contender. Look at how Michael Bisping versed Dan Henderson. But Dan Henderson was actually outside of the top 10. Granted, that was his last fight in the UFC. So Yoel Romero in the rankings is the number one contender in the middleweight division. Whittaker surprised a lot of mixed martial arts fans, including myself. And not only with his win over Jacare Souza, but his fight against Derek Brunson was superb. Derek Brunson at that time was coming off a really impressive winning streak. Robert Whittaker will be coming in with confidence. He boasts incredible power in his left hand and right hand. You can never quite guess sometimes what exactly he is going to do, and he's strong. The fight always starts standing up. Romero is still good in the stand-up game. His real strength is in his wrestling. And that's something you would think Whittaker would try to avoid and try to keep it as fluid as possible on the feet. Robert Whittaker is coming off a 7-fight win streak coming into this fight against Yoel Romero, and he looks like a very formidable opponent. He already has really good experience. It's whoever asserts their aggressiveness and whoever keeps it to their strengths. So if Romero can keep the fight wrestling based, you would think Romero would win. But if Whittaker can keep it on the feet, he might just win the interim title.